Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Talent You Should Know, where we focus on the entertainment industry on a different level. Not only will there be artist and actor interviews of known and unknown talent, but insight into the team behind them that helps them build their brand. Each week, we'll tackle a different person in the industry with talents in their own rights. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Talent You Should Know with Zag. Tonight, we have Rhonda O'Neal from Beyond the Combs Academy. I'm so excited. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you so much for having me, Zag.
So,
finally meeting you formally.
Yes. Let me turn this volume down. So I know that you are originally from Texas. So how are you doing? Do you still have family there, or how's everything going?
Oh my gosh, I still have family in Houston, and we've been group texting, group chatting. Their lights are off, lights are on. It's just been a lot going on, and I'm glad that I made it to you in time, because I was texting on the group text to chat. Yeah. With all my nieces, sisters, and all my family is still there.
I'm glad that, at least they're okay and you're like in communication with them,
Yes, they are okay. It's just crazy how, it was 16 degrees 1 minute and now it's gone up, and now the electricity is out because the governor wants to have it green where they can do a rolling lights on and off, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
But downtown Houston is lit up beautiful, and they need to utilize that.
Yeah.
Turn those lights up.
Exactly. They don't need it. Right. Everyone's working from home anyway.
Exactly. Nobody's in there.
So I want to kind of start off in the beginning, because I know, you started with your mom, Miss B, right? Mrs. B.
That's right. Yes. You sound like you read my book.
Oh, I try to do, my due diligence, right?
Yes, Mrs. B.
So was this always like a passion for you as far as like makeup and hair? Because, sometimes people get in business with their family, right? And it's like, all right, I'll do this. But tell us if it, like, for you, how did that start, like you getting here?
Well, actually, I went to beauty school in Houston, but I started in high school going to high school for engineering.
Wow.
So I wanted to be an architect, but that did not pan out. I graduated from high school, and I started helping my mom kind of manage her salon that she had, and she fell sick, and that's why I managed it. And so I started liking it. I didn't like it at the beginning, but I started liking it. I enjoyed the customers, talking to them, and just spending time with them. I didn't do hair, but I just kind of spent time with managing her salon. And it was a nice size salon. And when she came back, I said, I like beauty school. I think I want to go. So I started doing the whole beauty school thing and talking with my mom a lot. And I feel very fortunate because a lot of people don't have a parent that, is in the same field that they are in. And my mom, she taught me everything about hair. She taught me hair care, and she taught me to learn how to do everyone's hair. Back in the 60s, she used to work in a salon that was similar to, I get the neighborhood like Beverly Hills, but she worked in the back room. She did all of their color. So when we walked out, people thought that, the white people were doing the color, but she was the one doing the color on them. And she really encouraged me to learn everybody's hair. And that's what successfully helped me to move forward in this industry, run the gamut all around. So I did it in Houston. I worked cable shows.
Mm-hmm.
I worked news shows, and I wasn't doing it to really promote to make money. I was doing it to promote my salon. Once I opened my own salon, I was doing it to try to get business. And so I had 12 hairstylists in my own salon which I opened at the age of
21, you said.
21, yes. And all 12 of those hairstylists stayed with me the entire time for the almost 10 years. And I say that not in a bragging way, but I say it in a way to help to people to understand that it's the relationships that you build that help you along the way, that help you to do better in business and in every part of in every asset of your life. So that's what helped to keep my clients, keep my hairstylists there.
And that's what's interesting because, and I don't know how you'll take this, but I'll say it anyway. Between barbers, bartenders, and hairstylists, that's your therapy, right? If you don't go to an actual therapist,
yes,
those are the three people that you go to. So you have to have those skills.
You're absolutely right. We are therapists.
Yeah.
Speaking of therapists, I'm working on an HBO show called In Treatment, and the lady is a therapist.
Yeah.
And
see,
it is so spot on the way we are.
Yeah. So how did you? I know you said that you throughout building your business, you worked on some in news and some other places, but what was the real transition into celebrity, styling?
Once I moved to LA, I got married and I moved to LA, and marriage didn't pan out well, but we had 3 wonderful kids.
Mm-hmm.
And but I had to do something that I knew that was going to bring us money.
Right.
We were broke married couple. And I said, oh, no, I got to make money. So I went back to doing hair once I was in LA. But I didn't know how to do LA hair. And in my book, I write my journey from Houston to Hollywood, where Beyond the Combs, a celebrity hairstylist guide to success, which is on Amazon.
Yes, it is.
I tell people, wherever you're from, first of all, you need to be boss bad if you want to work in Hollywood.
Yes.
Wherever you're from. So then if you are not, you need to come here and even if you are, you need to make the transition into LA. Because the way I did hair in Houston wasn't the way I needed that I can do it here in order to be successful. The weather is different. It's a lot of things that make it a little more, it's different.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to change your game here. And so I learned under a young man that was 10 years younger than me. I was his assistant. Coming from Houston, being a salon owner, I didn't mind. I needed to learn how to do it. So I learned under him, and he did a number of celebrities, and it was fun. And it was during the time when flat ironing had just come out, the flat iron. And
iron.
Yes, and the way I blow dried, I used to blow dry with the comb on the end. If he could have been my teacher, he could have slapped my finger,
really?
on my knuckles, because he did not blow dry with the comb. That was very unprofessional, and that could tear the hair out, he said. So I had to learn how to paddle brush.
With
not the round brush.
Not the round brush.
No, but the flat paddle brush. He had a system. He taught me. I was blow drying Holly Robinson Pete. I was blow drying CC.
Wow.
I was blow drying Sugar Ray Leonard's wife. It was so many people he had come through, and I was in awe of them, first of all.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. And what which sustained me the most was, even though I had to learn his way, my staple was my mom teaching me hair care. So we became a team, and I taught him how to keep hair on the head when he was just such a flamboyant hair designer, which was, he was so talented, and I admire him. He's, God rest his soul, he's not here any longer. But he knew his craft, and he knew it well. And so I knew what I knew well, and that was hair care. So we teamed up really well, and it became wonderful for that time. And then when he passed, I moved on. I had to go to a salon and work by myself. Mm-hmm. And I did. And then my claim to fame was Southern Hair, was hair care again. It was hair care, and so many directors and writers and producers started being referred to me from East Coast, West Coast, and which one day, one lady that I did, she worked on set as a background actor. Yeah. But she used to stand in for Garcelle Bouvet, and Garcelle said one day, "Wow, who does your hair?" And she started coming to me when Kim Kimball was also doing her hair too. Mm-hmm. And Kim had to go out on the road with Beyonce, so she started coming to me. That led to Garcelle talking to a girlfriend of hers, which ended up coming to me, which is Sean Robinson, who was Access Hollywood film. Yeah. And so I began doing Sean Robinson in the salon, and then she invited me to work on sets. Wow. And that's how I got into the union.
Was that the local 706 or something like that?
I got into local 706, which took about 3 years for me to get in it, but I worked with Sean for about 8 years. We're still friends. Mm-hmm. She still comes to my parties, and I hang out with her a little bit, and we talk. But that was about almost 20 years ago that I started working with her.
Now, was that Viacom?
Access Hollywood was, no, it was major. It was, no, it was, I think, NBC.
Okay. Yeah. Because I think you did a stint at Viacom for a little bit, but I didn't know if you were like a resident stylist or if that was some other.
Oh, I did. I worked at BET. I worked at all of their BET awards.
Oh, wow.
I started from the beginning. And the way that I got in there, that's why I tell people, you never just be in a place where you can be around people that can help you. But also relationships are important.
So important.
And I did a young lady that was referred to me. She came here from DC. She was actually one of the producers of the BET Awards. And the first one was done in Vegas. The second one started here in LA. Uh-huh. That's the one that I did, the one that was here. The second one that was in LA, and I asked her, as I was doing her, I said, "Who's doing your hair?" Just out of nowhere, I just asked. I I wasn't looking for a job.
Yeah.
Just asking. She said, "Oh my God, we don't have anybody." I said, "For the BET Awards,
you don't have, our hair is like
that's like a Friday, and the portion that she worked in marketing, so it was the commercial side. Yeah, it was like golden. If you could get in that area, that is like you see every celebrity that come through. Yeah, because they got interviewed by the people there. And she said, "Well, would you do it?" And they were less than 48 hours needing someone, so I said yes. And I was able to get my rate, even though at that time BET didn't pay much, but I was able to because they were against the wall, which was
they needed you.
So wonderful. Yes, and I worked with them probably for over 10 years.
And that's
great.
The thing about you is like your reputation obviously, precedes you, right? Like when I moved here, so I moved here from Jersey, and New Jersey, the way New Jersey and New York, it's the roll brush, the Dominican woman is doing your hair. You don't even need a press. And the coloring is so well out there. And it took me, I'm in Denver, it took 2.5 actually 3 years for me to find a colorist because I refused to go to just anyone, right? And then the person I found was from Brooklyn. I said, see how?
There you have it. See that part.
Right.
Yep.
But
It's crazy.
what I heard from you and that I liked about him is that he told me how to care for my hair. Like last year I went platinum, but he was like, you have to do this. You have to do that. Use the coconut oil. Make sure you use jojoba every day. Make sure, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of thing,
A regimen.
that we need. And that, it's good to hear from professionals like you,
Yeah, no, because that's the basis of our hair. I mean, braiders are great. Weavers are great. I don't braid and I don't weave.
Right.
I know how, but I don't. And people say, well, how do you work so much? And it's because I keep people's hair on their head, their hair. And if you wear a weave, I help to, blend your hair, your own hair under that weave. If you wear a wig, I'm going to teach you how to take care of your hair under that wig.
Right. And you see people like Cardi B and, Nicki Minaj and Meg the Stallion, their hair is thriving under their wigs, where it used to be your edges were completely gone. It wasn't a protective style. It was just horrible. But then once it was done properly and, people like you were like, listen, we can make this a good thing,
Yes, definitely. And that's where I think I came in for wanting to do the academy.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons, because hearing so many stories about not having people of color in the trailers kind of behooved me, it was, and it's not that, we don't have a lot, there are not a lot, but it's a process to get into the union. And if it wasn't a process, I probably would not have been able to have all three of my kids go to private school and college, because it would. Thank God. But I think that if you want something, you have to learn you have to learn each level before you can get there. So it is a process, and we can't change the game just because people are not doing, there are not enough Black hairstylists or not enough Latino hairstylists or makeup artists. Everybody still has to go the route. And after opening the academy and realizing that there are a lot of hair and makeup people that have their days, but they were lax at handling the business side of it and going to the union and making sure that their days added up.
Right.
Oh, we have to also take care of things properly. If we want to be in certain positions. So that was another part of it.
So I do want to get into the academy, because what I loved about it is that you have like so many different areas that you cover. But I also want to talk about the different type of work you do, because I know you worked for, Solange for a couple of years, right? Yes. And so, you're dealing with someone in the entertainment industry who's also a performer. So what's that like, trying to maintain a hairstyle when they're, up and down on the stage, and then they're coming off and they have to be ready for whatever when they get off the stage,
Yeah, that you're absolutely right. What is different there mainly are their hours. But other than that, what we learn in Hollywood, what I learned in Hollywood, I was able to take to Solange, so that her hair could work better. Right. For example, when we're doing 16-hour days on a Hollywood show, on a production, when she's performing on stage, that style will last longer, because I've learned how to make sure to keep it up, to make sure it stays. I have many different types of tools. Like one of my curling irons may cost $500 or $600 each. Right. So, but I've learned. I know that tool is going to work best for her. So that's the reason why we can maintain those type of clients.
Now you also work in, you worked for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you're working on, HBO now, but you've also worked, in movies like, Pirates of the Caribbean. So is there a difference working in TV production versus, films? Is there like a different way that you have to maintain their hair, or is there different technique for makeup? Like, how is that?
It is. TV moves quicker.
Okay.
Whereas television moves at a slower pace. For example, when you do a film, and films run maybe 90 days, but in that 90 days, it may just be over a course of one day.
Yes.
So what that one day, we're doing hair and makeup to look the exact same from day 1 to day 90. So we have to go in and make sure that the hair, the curl is the same, the eyeshadows, the same, everything looks exactly like there was never a broken line in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, you know what's funny is, like, I'll look at stuff like that in movies and I'll say, oh, why is the teddy bear not there anymore when they just, or why is her ponytail? But I just look for things like that. It's really quite odd, but
I'm the worst to go to the movies with, because continuity is crazy to me. I'm like, wasn't that little girl there? Yep, I'm just like you. Yep, we do the same thing. And it was, what was that, Tyler Perry's TV show where the continuity was really bad, where everybody was talking about it on Instagram.
Oh, the wigs?
Not just the wigs, but the background was stirring drinks and didn't have anything in it. It was so many things. So we look at those things, and yes, and that's what they pay us for. Is called continuity. And we work, basically, I teach continuity. I teach how to break down a script, how to break down call sheets. Hollywood is a business. It's a business.
I thought that was like super valuable in your book, because you don't just have like regular hair and makeup information. You have like television glossary, you have a call sheet, you have a continuity sheet, you have hair notes, and that's like so vital, especially for someone coming into this business. So like, what made you write this book? Tell me about that.
Well, I basically wrote it because so many people ask me when I'm on set, how did I get to do hair?
Yeah.
And they're not on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for example. It was me and the actors were the only blacks. In CISLA, me, LL Cool J, his stand-in, his stunt double, the only blacks. There, and when people come to the sets, they like, oh my God, like if my family is visiting, they're like, oh my God, it takes this many people to make a movie, to make a TV show. It's 300 people deep. But you know what? It's those people that their family got them in, their friends got them in, and they're not people that look like us, And so when that athlete doesn't play, and he didn't get into college, but he was a great athlete, he can go be a stunt guy.
Yeah.
He makes 6 figures. He makes much more than a hairstylist.
Yeah.
That set photographer, I've only seen one myself in 20 years, and every set has to have a set photographer to do the scenes, not so much just the promos, but they're taking pictures of the day, of the in the day, and people don't know that it's much different from being a photo shoot person or a headshot person or photographer or magazine photographer. But they are in the union, they're union, they get health insurance hours just like we do. So there's so many other jobs. There's an electrician that may have been a handyman.
Yeah.
If somebody would just give him a chance, they're our electrician, our grips, and
Yeah.
that could, that's that's the reason, that's the main reason. But then there's hair and makeup and wardrobe. I worked on a lot of period shows, a lot of period movies, and I'm the only one out of maybe 50 hair and makeup, because we are not educating ourselves as Black people to learn period work, period hairstyling, period makeup. And so that's one of the bases, and that's one of the basis of this whole academy, is to help teach what Hollywood needs.
And, when I looked at the site, I said, I love the mission. You said, it's an environment that will foster creativity and life experiences. And you said also this academy is about making sure diversity has a place in the entertainment industry. Yes. And it was so awesome when I went through, and I'm like, oh, she has stunt people. She has photographers. And, there are so many avenues that people can, choose, like you said, and be in the entertainment industry and be in this industry that they love. And it's great that you have something like this, yes, to kind of foster that talent. Yes. And I thought it was pretty cool that your team, the team in that academy and the students, they have pretty significant placements, So how do you qualify who gets in?
Well, I've ran across, I think my academy is probably the first academy for Black people of color. Mm-hmm. But I've ran across other schools, makeup schools, a couple of hair schools that are working to get people into Hollywood, but it wasn't people of color. And I knew a few of my hairstylists that I knew personally that are boss bad, amazing. And I said, I want them to teach, because they know period hair, they know wigs, they know every gamut of this industry. And they're in their 70s.
Wow.
Calling my golden girls. And that was one of the things. And one of the reasons, and every one of them have taught before.
Yeah.
You have to be a teacher, number one. If you're not if you're not a teacher, hands-on inside the building, we can help you. Mm-hmm. But if you're not a teacher, and now we're having to do online, it doesn't work, because you got to first know how to teach.
Yeah.
And a lot of us in the industry, especially in the union, have been teachers.
Right.
We don't qualify ourselves as great hairstylists. In my book, I say it's not about how well you do hair, makeup, wardrobe. It's how you treat people. So I already know when you walked on a lot, you could do hair, you can do makeup. So it's the other part, is how well you can work as a team. That's right. what brings you to be able to be a part of the academy, number one. Yeah. It's how well you can work together with us. So, and that's harder than a lot of people think. Teamwork is major. You got to know how to work as a team. In this trailer, as you can see, it's not just myself,
right?
But it's the person next to me, and the next person, and the next person, and how we work together first, and then how we deal with the actors.
And that also goes to what you said earlier about working for someone 10 years younger than you, because there are a lot of people who have been like, well, I'm not working for, this, pipsqueak. That's an older word, but, I'm not working for this person. But, it's one of those things where, like, if they know this lane better than you, then, why not? Why not just kind of say, all right, you know what? Teach me, show me. Yes. And then, just like you said, you were able to show him things, right?
That's right. That's right. And I have 3 kids, as I mentioned. Yeah. And they teach me every day.
Yes.
With the academy, my son, who is a brand director, he helped to, he's also, he consults corporations and he helps them to build corporations. But so he helped me in my business.
Yeah.
My daughter, she was more of my, um, my social media queen or whatever I
Talk
call it.
about it. Listen.
Yes. So I am still trying to learn that. And my other son he was on Wall Street for 6 years, and now he's doing Wall Street here. So he's my finance guy. So I am always being dumbed down. So I am always being told, "Hey, no, mom."
Right.
So I've learned. Thank God, I've learned it. I was forced to be able to be humble from these youngsters, but they do know a lot. They know a lot more. I mean, these media kings and queens, social media, making 20,000, 50,000 a month. We weren't doing it, so we sit down and be quiet and listen to somebody.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So for someone who's, coming into this business, what is it, what is the most important thing that you think they should remember, especially being on set?
If you want to work on set, try to learn as much as you can. Get as much as you can. As we mentioned, learn from the veterans.
Yeah.
Ask many questions as you can. When you're on set, I tell people, don't talk much. Sit down, listen, because the more you talk, the less people want to really work with you.
Mm.
You have to learn your lane. Learn your lane. When you're working with an actor, you can talk to them and tell them everything about you. Tell them who you've done, all of that. But when you're on the actual set, be quiet. People don't want the producers. They need you to just be there. We're like a fly on the wall, really.
Mm-hmm.
Go do the hair, do the makeup, and then go back to your seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked earlier about being in a union. Is that something that you recommend for everyone, as far as stylists and makeup artists, or is that just something that you particularly chose to do?
I recommend it for everyone.
Okay.
I talked to I mentor a number of people, and I've had stylists that were like doing their thing. They were working for beauty companies. They were all over just working, doing all kinds of freelance for some of the top actors or celebrities or whoever. And they were like, "Oh, no, I don't feel like doing that right now. I'm doing this. But you know what? You're going to get older. You need insurance. You need pension and health."
Yes.
And those people have come back to me and they've said, "Okay, Rhonda, what do I do?" I said, "I told you, you're going to come back 10 years later." But they came back, and people realize that, yes, we don't want to be standing behind the chair always, just going for one client, one penny after the next. We need to be able to, we can make a lot of money at one time, but we can spend it all at once when we're freelancers.
Yeah.
And you work and you can make a check weekly, consistently. That's really the best way that you can save money.
Yeah.
So I do recommend it. We've been in Hollywood working since July, even with the pandemic. A lot of people don't know we've been working full force.
Wow.
We're all in, it's like a bubble. We've been getting tested every day or every other day. So we don't hang out with a lot of people. That's probably why you probably haven't seen any of your friends, because we can't. I mean, I had a date for Valentine's Day and I had to cancel. I thought about it. I said,
yeah,
I just can't. I can't do it, because being that I'm that close to the actors, I can shut the whole show down.
For 2 weeks, right?
Yes, we get 2 weeks and we get paid. But when I come back, they're gonna look at me real sideways.
Right.
But yeah, like just stay home. We gotta, but we've been working, and it's been a blessing because all the shows just ran out at one time, and it was busier than any other time in Hollywood, like July, August, September. Yeah.
Do you when you're on these sets, do you get to pick out styles? Like, do you show them, hey, we can do this, this, and this, or do they come with their own ideas as to what they want?
For the actors, no, they really don't come with their own ideas. When the script is read, the director and the creator of the show, they have their own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they hire people like myself as the department head of hair and makeup, then we bring the ideas, make it more real to them. We give them all types of pictures. Sometimes some people draw. Just depends on how you break it down. And then the actor. And so the actor is more like the puppet.
Right.
They don't care. They're making such big money. They don't.
Right. Just do it. If I don't like it, I'll change it, in a month.
Exactly. Well, they rely on us as the department heads. They put their trust in us that we can do the job.
My other question is, do you have anything coming up? I know you're working on the set for HBO now, but you personally, right? Like, what's next for you? Because I know I was so excited when I saw that Sam Fine did like a session with you guys in September. I was like, oh. So do you have stuff like that coming up?
I love him. I do, but she signed an NDA, so I can't brag on her.
Oh, okay.
Inhalation girl. Oh. I'm just saying it myself because she can't, but she does Beyonce's wigs. She's my ventilator. Yeah, she's the she's a YouTube wonder sensation.
Wow.
And Beyonce may have found her maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and she lives in North Carolina. No, she lives in Virginia.
Okay.
And one of her girls live in North Carolina, so they do. She actually is the one that does it, and she pulls a team together when Beyonce has big things, and they're all over the United States. But she is so humble and so quiet, and and Beyonce pays her very well.
Oh yes,
but she does. She's my ventilator. Then I have Tanya Cryer, who did The Banker.
Oh, okay.
She did Scandal, and now she's doing a lot of the 60s. And then in March we're doing redemption of Bridgerton. We're going to do the wig look, and we're going to do the whole wardrobe. So my wardrobe stylist is going to be a part of it as well. Oh. So yes, we're doing that. And so that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited. We've gotten it online.
Yes.
I want to put it online because we're such a closed and private group of people.
Yeah.
But that's why I had to do the membership, because it is closed, and it is, we like to keep things as private. And if we didn't, everybody would know everything about, Hollywood. But so the way we teach, the way the instructors teach, we give you a little bit in every class, a little bit of Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. And then I have a young man that does the meditation, and it's a free class, but he's in Morocco right now, and he's going to teach his class from Morocco this Saturday.
Oh, modern technology, man. Remember when we didn't even know who was calling? We just had to pick up the phone and hope it wasn't a bill collector.
Yes. And Sam, he said he's going to do it again, but I should have Johnny Wright coming. I don't know if you know Johnny.
I do. He doesn't he do the show with Tamar?
Tamar.
Yes.
Tamar Braxton. Yes. And he's going to come. I'm kind of just laying low with a lot of people. I'm trying to wait. Oscars is going on right now. I'm working with Jamaica Wilson, who does Viola Davis. She's
Oh
Viola
my
Davis
God.
personal, but she's also Uzo's personal. So we're here together, and it's just I'm trying to see what classes a lot of people want. So
Yeah.
right now, we want a lot of the period work, and I'm getting ready to get a wig. A young lady that makes wigs, but also that colors wigs. So it's a
Ooh,
lot.
yeah.
It's a lot that we need from beauty schools that we didn't get. Even as Black people, even though we went to beauty school, a lot of people don't realize that the beauty cosmetology book, Milady, is the name of it, and all over the United States, it was only one chapter in there talking about textured hair.
Wow.
So there's a lot of continuing education that I'm trying to give: healthy
Yeah.
hair classes, cutting classes, um, coloring and braiding. Learn how to braid your own hair also. So it's just a lot.
I'm not. I I can do 2 French braids, but this section thing, I'm just gonna like leave it to the. I literally go out to LA to get my faux locks done. I'm
Where
super
are you?
particular about stuff.
Where are you?
I'm in Denver right now.
Oh, wow.
So I go to a woman named Ashley Nicole. She,
Okay.
yeah. So, and she does a
Did
great
say
job.
that you were in Colorado. Yes. Oh, that's so good.
Now, one thing is, I saw that male hair installations, those are becoming a big thing. Like you see them doing the fades, and it's like, oh my gosh. And I saw women getting upset. I'm like, we do the same thing. Like, so is
Yeah.
that something you're gonna maybe touch on?
Yes, Lawrence Parker, he's going to do it. He's one of them that's going to do it. I have a couple of guys.
Yeah.
Conrad Hilton, he does Jamie Foxx,
Wow.
um, and he's out in Colorado. So I'm going to have Lawrence. He's ready to do a class. It's just a matter of when people want to take it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to I'm trying to get him available first of all to be able to teach the class, and then, like I said, Conrad, he was going to do it. He had to go with Jamie, so that's out. But I want to keep as many
Yeah.
union stylists teaching my classes as possible because um, the classes that are the schools, the academies that are teaching how to do this, how to prepare you, do not have mainly union people teaching. So if you're not in the union but you're teaching it, how can you really teach people how to get
Yeah.
in the union? So I want to keep it. That's why I was mentioning earlier that I'm basically the first to teach textured hair, but also the first to really have mainly all union instructors.
Yeah.
So people want to become, want to get in the union. We need to be able to, help them because we're the ones. Like I just got a call today. A non-union production called me, asked for a hairstylist, one of my students
Yeah.
today, and I said, okay, let me reach out to someone that's been in my class, and that's been happening a little bit too.
That's
Uh,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can help to segue people into other productions that are non-union too.
You know what I think? I think that like, and this is just my 2.5 cents, right? If you started in like March or April, it would probably boom only because people are getting ready for the summertime and everyone's going to want to be out and have their stuff done. So if everyone takes their classes in like, the springtime when we're still in, that's just me
Yes,
strategizing.
yes. No, give me the ideas. Give me everything.
Yes.
Yes, I believe it. We don't have big hiatuses anymore. Like for
Yeah.
example, my girlfriend is over on All American, and
I
yeah,
love that show. Oh my
they're on the
gosh.
same lot as us. We're on the same lot, and I don't even get to my. I love the show too. They're great, but because there's not enough content on, we a lot of the shows are just just doing another season after another season. They're not stopping. They're getting like 2 weeks off and then they're going back to work, which is great for us. But yeah, because no content has been going on since the pandemic. So yeah.
Whoever does, and you probably know who it is, Susan Coletti's hair on This Is Us.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Jamaica.
I mean, every style, no matter what it is.
That show, it started off being mainly white. And I think Susan had to have her hair already basically done before she came to the set.
Yeah.
But I think it was third season, they probably brought in a Black person.
Yeah.
And they had, you have to. I worked mainly all white shows and I did the Black people on the show and the white people, but they had to put somebody there to do the hair. But some shows they don't, but they've learned, the producers they got it. They realize this is what has to happen. They've been taught a lesson.
I know I keep saying this, but one more thing, right?
No, it's okay.
Jingle Jangle.
Oh,
the fashion, the way they put the African prints in the costumes, the hairstyles.
If they don't
win, I will leave my house.
That's what me and the young lady that works in here with me, we both say that it's beautiful. If they don't win, something's up. And I don't know where that was shot. I think it was in Canada, but the work is beautiful. They've done it. They did a wonderful job. The wardrobe, hair, makeup, and that's what the Beyond the Combs Academy is trying to bring up to speed for people, is that we as Black people, we got to be able to do wigs like that. It's not, Broadway hairstylists, whether they're white or Black, have been able to corner the market.
Yeah.
But like I just did, in November, I don't even count 2020. So in 2019, I did the new Perry Mason, which was shot in 1939. So I was the only Black on that, doing that. And it was like 200 and 300 people, background people we had to do. But 1939 is different from 1931. The way the hair is. So we got to be able to know and research and know how to do those looks.
Yeah.
So just being able to know those. I got my Golden Girls working hard to try to really get us going, and it's happening, especially online. Yeah. I have people are signing up all the time to try to learn to know, first of all, how to work with wigs. Wigs are huge, and it's not just sewing on a wig. It's really learning ventilation, which is one strand at a time.
Right.
So we're making our mark. It may be taking a little time, but we're coming.
Yeah.
The Academy is going to help build us into what we're supposed to be. Yeah.
And I want to end it right there, because I'm so thankful that you took the time to speak with me, to teach me about stuff. Even what you said about just a second ago about ventilation and wigs, I had no idea. I just know that there's glued on wigs and there's glueless. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know about making sure that there's ventilation in the wig. So, can you just kind of tell people, if they, want to be in the Academy, where they should look, and if they want to even just kind of talk to you, how they can find you?
Yes, you can. If you want to be a part of the Academy online, you can sign up as a member but first email me if you like, because I have a lot of promos going on right now. And you have to be a member, and it's $20.21 for 2021. And then you can go into and look at the different classes that we have. We have some free classes, some conversations, authors, actors, paid classes. But my email is beyondthecombsacademy@gmail.com. And the website is www.beyondthecombs.academy. And my IG is Beyond the Combs Academy. So, like I say, hit me up, DM me, or whatever you want to do. Just, I'm always here for you.
And I will have that down below, guys. So don't worry about it. Great. Well, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Talent You Should Know. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well as leave a review. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.